Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Stadium. I've got rid of the monster trucks. We're starting with a nice clean slate again for our next arena, which is going to be ice hockey. I did save the monster truck arena before though. I did save it, but it ended up being 1.2 million blocks. So I think I was either too high on this side when I done pos 1 or too low on the other side when I done pos 2, because the football or the soccer field was 500,000 and then monster truck was 1 million. So I got it a little way out. I did try and load it back up again, but it froze the computer. So when I do that, I'll load it. I'll just leave it for 20 minutes. That's how long I think it's going to load. 20 to 30 minutes it'll take to load 1.2 million blocks. Then I'll redo 0.1 and 0.2. I'll get it back down to 500,000 blocks, which loads within 10 or 15 seconds. It's crazy how big the time gets after that. I also, once I've made it blank like this, I have now saved the blank version of the arena as blank. So now when we do an arena and we want to reset it back to blank again, I don't have to actually go around and remove all of the blocks. I can just literally load it straight up. Now, I was a little bit concerned because this is a pretty, well, it's a small stadium in terms of what other people have done in Minecraft, but it's a big stadium in terms of ice hockey arenas. Ice hockey, you know, what they call rinks, are relatively small in comparison. And I was like, it's going to look really weird being in the middle of this big arena. However, I done some research. It's actually been done multiple times before in big soccer stadiums and football stadiums for events, I suppose, and stuff. And they set up a temporary ice hockey rink actually on the pitch. And they put down like the sort of foundation. They make it all nice and level and sheets and all this kind of stuff. And it's been done. I also had a very quick look at a size comparison between some different sized pitches, because I'm not a huge sports fan. And I know obviously ice hockey rink is smaller than a soccer field, but I didn't really know how much smaller. So now I've got a relatively good idea on the size of it. I've got a relatively good idea. Also, I have selected the logo idea for the front. We'll be doing that later on this episode as well. So, ice hockey. Let's start off with the width. So we're going to need red. We're going to need blue. We're going to need this blue as well. And we're likely going to need probably some snow to fill in some corners and stuff like that. Okay. Snow does not melt. Okay. Remember that. So let's just do... I'm going to put a blue. I think it is a blue one in the middle, just so I know where the middle point always is. And then the reds are going to be... That's so loud. That's better. I don't want to deafen myself by the end of the episode. How many blocks? 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go with 10 for the moment. 11, 12. Let's go with 12 for the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You know, that looks relatively close. We might go to 14 blocks on either side, but that doesn't look too bad. We then have the blue circle in the middle. Now, I'm not really 100% familiar with ice hockey. I have a friend of mine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a friend of mine who now lives in Canada, who is a huge ice hockey fan. He supports the Toronto Maple Leafs. So for any of you guys that support or follow ice hockey, maybe that's going to make you really happy, or it's going to ag you incredibly. I don't know if there's like a real rivalry between different ice hockeys like there is in football or soccer or anything like that. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, I don't know if that's going to be a good thing to say or a bad thing to say, but he's a huge supporter of the Toronto Maple Leafs. He goes to a lot of games now that he's moved over back to Canada, which is great. Really, really enjoying it. So, let's get this blue one in now. We'll put the lines in and then we'll make it white afterwards. We shouldn't have a problem being able to do that. And the corners are going to be really awkward because obviously ice hockey has rounded corners. Unlike sort of any other stadium or any other pitch, rink or whatever. Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. So we have these blue ones. There's not much to the ice hockey rink. It looks a lot more complicated than it is. There's definitely a lot more lines than the football one. Oh, and by the way, on my football or soccer one, yes, I do know I forgot the line that goes actually through the middle of the center circle. Yeah, I do know. I just haven't got around to, well, I haven't had a chance to sort of load it. But yes, thank you for letting me know. I will get that fixed. So we then have the little red dots that go here. That's one block there and one block there. 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 Now, I know this isn't going to be perfectly to scale, but please remember that the lines in Minecraft, like these lines, are actually a meter wide, because that's how big the dimensions of Minecraft are. So I can't make the lines thinner. It might look a lot smaller, a little bit more cramped than what it normally would. It's likely to do with the actual lines being literally a meter wide. Now, on this side, we have a little semicircle. But on the other side, you know, I think that's probably better. On the other side, we don't. On this side, we have the player benches, and on the other side, we have the penalty box and some computers. Is that where the commentators sit? I thought the commentators would sit up in a box, but there's definitely some sort of computers that I see in the middle there, in between the two penalty boxes. I think that's what they're called. Are they called penalty boxes? As you can tell, I don't really know much about ice hockey at all. You know, maybe this would look better like that. I think that's probably a little bit better. So we then have a bit of a blank space until we get to two big red circles here. The red circles are about the same size as that. I'll try and do them the same size. What are they, 5 blocks diameter? Yeah, they are. Okay. Let's do the side one first then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Oops. Whoops. 2. 1, 2. My fingers today. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 5, 1, 2. Okay, like so. It then has the dot in the middle. And we can't do like a perfect representation of this. But I could do it like this. And there's like a little pattern that sort of goes around it. And the same, oops, on the outside here. Are these? Ooh, there we go. Are these the penalty spots? Is that what these are called? Are these the penalty spots? I've got a feeling they probably are. We do have a problem. Look, it ends up being intersecting into the middle. So that is just too big. Not a problem. We shall set grass. I will have another go. It would be nice if we could keep that, but I might have to shrink it down to one middle point instead of the 2. And then we go. You know, I might be able to get away with doing the 5, but then only have 1 on the corners instead of 2. 4. Oops, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Place. So if we put those back in, now I'm a little bit further away. And then that one there and that one there. I think that probably works because this is the middle, which means that one would then start there. And then the middle here. I don't have a middle point, so I would have to do so. 2, 3, 4. Oh no, I'm a block short. And this is very close. That one, and that one. This is so tight to try and fit everything in. It's really, really tight. That one, and then they would be there. I think we can get away with that. Now, can I do the corners in the same way like I had last time? Or do I do it like this? Let's have a look. Like that? Or do we do it like that? I think that gives a better impression of it. I think it's better, more to scale. Let's just go there to there. Stand right here. Copy. Paste. Yep. And then up here. How many blocks away from it is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then it would be right here, right? Yeah. And then right here. Smashing. Okay, that saved some time. Then we have a red line that goes behind where the goal is, or is the goal line sort of thing, isn't it? Which starts, it's red. I'm going to start it here. Maybe I should do it a little bit closer. I think I'm going to have to squeeze it in a little bit more. Otherwise, the pitch is going to be just as big as the football one, which isn't going to look right at all. So we'll go from here to there. Set 159, 14. So that's the red one. The goal then goes in the middle. You know, that probably is a little too close, isn't it? Cut. Paste. I think that's going to fit the goal in then. Set. Grass. Yeah. Okay, so then the goal goes in here. Hockey goals are like pretty much pointlessly small. In a way, they're like really, really tiny. So we're going to have... I'm going to use cobblestone walls for this. I know they're meant to be red, but we don't have a thin red block, and I don't want to use full blocks here. So we're going to have that. See, that's probably too tall. Because the hockey goals... Literally, you stand above them. But that looks too small. That looks grossly small, doesn't it? That would be a very difficult game of hockey. No, I think we have to go with the 2. And then we'll get some cobwebs to just make a small goal around the back here. Like that. Nice and small. Easily replicated. Okay, bonus. We then have the red ones come out diagonally about here, and the same on the other side. That one, that one, that one, and that one. Then this is going to be our sort of what they call backboard, or you know, the edging that goes around it. We'll probably be doing that in grey, some sort of grey block. This one probably. Like that. So you can still and get behind it. That's my ice hockey skin impression. I think it's a little bit wider than that in real life. I'm going to change this up and I'm going to do it like that instead. It's probably a little bit too wide. Yeah, that feels more like it. I think it's a better angle as well. Okay, so we have that like that. We then need to do that on the other side. I could just copy, flip, and paste. That's what I should have done from the beginning, wasn't it? So we'll have this down here, and it starts curving. Well, it starts curving about here. It should be a pretty simple curve as well to do. I think that's pretty much the curve, isn't it? And it'll go straight down there to the middle. So let's do that. All the way to this red point right here. The same on the other side. And then we'll just copy, flip, and paste. And then anything that copies over that shouldn't, like that other semicircle, we can then just remove a little bit easier. So it comes down here. Keep coming. That one. That one. 2, 1, 2. And that one. Beautiful. From here and there to... up here. Replace grass with snow block. See? Instantly, bang, looks more like a ice hockey pitch than anything we've done so far. Ooh. I've got an idea that I think I done on the last ice hockey pitch in the last city. But I wonder, it might work. Hold on. Let's just see what this looks like first. So, copy, flip east and paste. Kapow. Okay. That actually doesn't look too bad. It's probably, if anything, a little bit too long against its width. It does look a little bit squeezed together, doesn't it? It looks very squeezed together, to be honest. I think if we made the middle point a little bit wider, we pulled it away from each other a little bit. Yeah, it looks very squished, doesn't it? It looks very elongated. How are we going to do that then? I am going to go from here to here. I'm then going to stand in the middle. And I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. And I'm going to paste. It's already too many. I'm going to go over 2 blocks. And I'm going to paste. And then I'm going to select the other side. This is really messing up. I know this is messing up the goal, but don't worry about that. And the center circle and stuff. And then from here to here, and I'm going to stand in the middle. I'm going to cut, and I'm going to over by 2 blocks and paste. No, it's gone over by 1 too many, hasn't it? That's better. So we've got the 2 blocks in the middle, right? I think that's still too thin. I think it's too long now. I think we've got the width about right, but I think it's too long. Okay, let me clean it back up, get it back to a working state, and then we'll modify it again. Alright, it's actually quite the improvement. It looks fine when you're inside the rink. Like, it looks pretty, like, realistic for size, because I've seen it on TV a few times, but then as soon as you sort of back out, it looks a little long for the width. Now we've made it wider. I don't want to make it any wider than this now. I think we've got the width pretty bang on, because I can tell from like being in here, we've now got a much better room between the penalty spots here, if they're called the penalty spots, but I think it's too long. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the goal end towards the middle. So we're going to go from here and then up to here. Pause 2. And then what we're going to do is I think we're going to stand in line with this red, and I'm going to cut it. And we're going to move it up to here. Let's try just here for the minute. Paste. So now we have 4 blocks between the blue line and the red line here. So if we do that on the other side, we will have a giant gaping area of air. Pause 2. We go all the way over here to the red one again. To there. Cut. And then we want to have... Did I not click? I don't think I clicked. Let's try again. That one. 2. That one. And yeah, 4 blocks again. So we want to cut here. Cut. That's better. Oh, I forgot the ground. Stupid thing. Oh, that should do it, shouldn't it? Yeah. There. Cut. Perfect. Move it over. Leave 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we stand here, is it? Paste. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now that looks better. Now I'm happy. It doesn't look stretched. It doesn't look too fat. I think we've pretty much got as close as I can get with my skill, which isn't that much. So we'll fill this grass pattern. I don't know what we're going to do in this grassy area around the side. I'm going to need your help with that. I'm really not sure what we're going to put around here because we have a lot of sort of void space, which doesn't really have much going on around the edge here. So, I don't know, maybe you guys can help me out with that. Now, let's get ourselves a thick wall that we can then put glass to go around with. And there. We're pretty much out of time for this episode as well, so maybe we will have to finish it off here. There, and there, and there. That sounded like more than the last one that I done. I think I missed one. No, that's good. Okay. So then we want to have glass going around here a few times to get the height. I think you guys all know how to do that. I'm going to do that. I should be back just to end off with, and we'll see what it looks like with the shaders on, okay? Alright, just getting rid of some things I done from the copy and paste to make it a little bit quicker for myself. Those and that. And what do you guys think? I think it looks really cool. Now, I know we haven't got the penalty boxes, and I don't know if they're called the benches or the... Yeah, they are called the benches, I think, in ice hockey. But we'll do that next episode, and we'll put the crest on the front of the stadium as well next episode. We just didn't have time this time. So, yeah. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. And we shall see you in the next episode, where I also have another idea, which we didn't have time to implement today, but we'll give that a go as well.